Thank you for joining us for the Parenting at Mealtime and Playtime webinar. The Ohio Chapter American Academy of Pediatrics operates this program with financial support from the Ohio Department of Health. The Parenting at Mealtime and Playtime program, also known as PMP, has continued to evolve over the past several years to offer the best possible resources to you and the families you serve. Today, we are excited to share more information on programs in Ohio. Today, you'll be hearing from 4 nutritional experts and Parenting at Mealtime and Playtime partners. Our colleagues at The Ohio State University Extension Office operate several programs that can support you in providing nutritional expertise to low-income families. Today we will hear from Dr. Ana Claudia Zubeda, Maria Carmen Lambea, Amy Habig, and Elizabeth Husted. They will each review the programs that they managed, including the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, Celebrate Your Plate, and the Expanded Food and Nutrition Education Program, further known as EFNEP. The Parenting at Mealtime and Playtime program understands that it can be challenging to discuss healthy nutrition with your families when food accessibility is the concern. Therefore, we have developed resources that can assist you in having this conversation and connecting families to the support program available in Ohio. The easiest way to access our resources is through the Ohio AAP website. This is available for all public health professionals at no cost and no login is required. When you visit the website www.ohioaap.org/PMP resources and click the box that best suits your role. The handout that you may want to have at your fingertips during this presentation is our Food Assistance handout. In addition, no tips for identifying food resources and stretching food dollars, this handout shares the 2 supplemental nutrition programs, WIC and SNAP, Food Program Eligibility Criteria and Application Information. These 2 handouts provide more information for food access. The poster on the right side of this page is available to share for the screening questions for food insecurity. This may not be relevant for you if you are working for programs where this is the primary focus, such as WIC or SNAP. Our mobile app has other resources that may be helpful for you or your clients. This mobile app is free for download in the Google App Store. When searching for the app, search for Parenting at Mealtime and Playtime, rather than PMP, to be sure to find the correct mobile app. To sign up for an account for the app, please follow the instructions here. You will create an account in order to receive helpful reminders and messages for you and your baby. Now let's hear from our speakers on additional resources that may be helpful in sharing nutrition, education, resources.
I will be describing the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, commonly known as SNAP-Ed. SNAP-Ed is a community nutrition education program funded by the Food and Nutrition Service branch of USDA, administered in Ohio by Job and Family Services and implemented by Ohio State University Extension. Individuals living under 185% poverty guidelines of ages 3 and up are eligible for the program. SNAP-Ed is executed in all the states and territories in the U.S., and in Ohio, we implement SNAP-Ed in all 88 counties. SNAP-Ed is implemented in 3 manners: direct, indirect, education, and PSC interventions. Direct education are the classes being taught to adults and youth as a series of 3 or more lessons. Indirect education are the methods SNAP-Ed uses to educate in ways other than face-to-face. For example, by making available newsletters, recipes, or other instructional materials to our target audience at partner sites. A more recent example of indirect education is the statewide social marketing campaign Celebrate Your Plate, targeting families to eat more fruits and vegetables. Last but not least, we also intervene by implementing PSC changes, where we support efforts in the community where the healthy choices are the easy choices. For example, working with a farmer's market to accept EBT cards and to implement produce incentive programs. In the SNAP-Ed classes, we cover 6 topics: My Plate, fruits and vegetables, whole grains, protein foods, low-fat dairy, food resource management. The dietary guidelines for Americans and My Plate are the backbone of our teaching messages. We use different curricula targeting different age groups. The Nourish curriculum was developed by our team and it's based on the Dietary Guidelines for American, and we use it to teach teens and adults. The middle school curriculum, also developed by our team, is used to teach 6th to 8th graders. The Balance My Day curriculum teaches graders K through 5th, and this curriculum was developed by Healthy Kids Challenge. We also use Eat, Pray, Grow for preschoolers, and this curriculum was developed in partnership with the National Institute of Health. In addition, we use Cooking Matters for adults and teens. This curriculum was developed by Share Our Strength, and we only use Cooking Matters in about a third of the counties in this state. Physical activity and food safety tips are promoted in every lesson. Educational enhancements are also given at the end of each series to promote behavior changes. How do we evaluate our impact? Evaluation of SNAP-Ed is twofold. We do process and outcome evaluation. For process evaluation, we use the program log and a demographic questionnaire. The program log gives us a description of the program. For example, how many people attended the program, what topics were taught, and how long was the program. The demographic questionnaire gives us information of age, sex, and ethnicity of the participants. For outcome evaluation, we assess whether the program caused an effect on the targeted behaviors. We also do self-efficacy assessments for adults in our classes. To give you an idea of our reach and growth during the last 2 years, we have significantly increased the number of programs, participants, and counties we serve. You can see here that from fiscal year 17 to fiscal year 18, we have increased by 15% the number of programs, by 14% the number of participants, and about 4% the number of counties we have served. We expect the same trend for fiscal year 19. We already know that during this fiscal year 19, we're serving 88 counties in Ohio. Now, let's look at some of the great results we have seen with SNAP-Ed in Ohio. After participating in SNAP-Ed, participants report planning meals ahead of time more often, with a 6% increase for adults and teens. After participating in a SNAP-Ed series, participants report being regularly physically active, and this is a 4% higher than before the classes. After participating in the SNAP-Ed series, participants report choosing water over soda, with 4% higher for adults and 1% higher for youth. After participating in a SNAP-Ed series, participants report cooking meals from scratch, 4% increase for adults, and a 3% increase for teens. After participating in a SNAP-Ed series, participants report regularly eating vegetables, with a 4% increase for adults and a 2% increase for youth and teens. And after participating in a SNAP-Ed series, participants report watching their portions, with a 10% increase for adults and a 12% increase for teens. This indicator had the largest percent of behavior change from pre-test to post-test for both adults and teens. If you're interested in taking SNAP-Ed classes or bringing the program to your organization, please contact the OSU Extension County offices or visit our website for more information. Thank you.
My name is Maria Carmen Lambea. I am the Expanded Food and Nutrition Education Program, or EFNEP, Program Director in Ohio. Today, Amy Havik and I are very happy to talk to you about our free nutrition education program for low-income families with children and low-income youth. We look forward to working with you and being able to provide this program to the families you work with. Amy will give you an overview of EFNEP as well as the way to contact us.
Through this presentation, I will share a general overview of EFNEP, eligibility criteria for EFNEP, a walkthrough of the lesson components, resources available through EFNEP, our evaluation process and impacts, and contact information for connecting with EFNEP in your community. The EFNEP program began as a pilot project in 5 states. EFNEP is now present in all 50 states, the District of Columbia, and 6 U.S. territories. The USDA's National Institute of Food and Agriculture, or USDA-NIFA for short, provides funds for land-grant universities, like The Ohio State University, to implement EFNEP in their state. At The Ohio State University, EFNEP is part of OSU Extension, which is part of the College of Food, Agricultural, and Environmental Sciences. Ohio EFNEP is implemented in communities throughout Ohio. The program is offered in 18 counties in both urban and rural areas, including Cincinnati, Toledo, Columbus, Dayton, Cleveland, Akron, Canton, and the Appalachian region. Ohio EFNEP is facilitated by program assistants who are highly trained paraprofessionals who reside in the communities in which they teach. We collaborate with a myriad of community partners to take EFNEP lessons to community-based sites, including schools and youth sites, rehabilitation centers, food pantries, healthcare sites, summer meal sites, public housing, job and family services, shelters, job training sites, refugee service centers, extension offices, and libraries, just to name a few. In addition to partnering with a variety of sites, we also refer participants to resources including SNAP benefits, WIC, emergency food resources, community agencies, job training sites, and other needed resources. EFNEP teaches free, evidence-based nutrition classes based on the Dietary Guidelines for Americans and My Plate. EFNEP lessons emphasize 4 core messages related to diet quality and physical activity, food resource management, food safety, and food security. EFNEP is available for adults and youth. Adult EFNEP classes are offered to limited resource adults who are caregivers of children and who have an income of up to 185% of the federal poverty level. Youth EFNEP classes are offered to youth living in a school district with 50% or more students eligible for free and reduced lunch. Our lessons follow a learn-by-doing approach. All lessons are interactive and include multiple opportunities for hands-on learning. For adult audiences, we use an evidence-based curriculum called Eating Smart, Being Active to implement a series of 9 interactive lessons at various partner sites. We also have a pregnancy curriculum available to use with pregnant and postpartum women to discuss prenatal nutrition and infant feeding practices. For youth audiences, we use research-based curriculum based on youth grade level to implement a series of 7 lessons. In adult classes, we cook a recipe at every lesson. We begin with an introduction to knife skills in Lesson 1 and then allow participants to work as a group to prepare recipes at every lesson. Participants receive a copy of the recipe so they can make the food at home after learning how to make it in class. Youth are able to sample a variety of healthy foods like fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, dairy foods, and whole grains during the lessons. During the food preparations and tastings, we discuss safe food handling practices, ways to adapt recipes to participants' preferences, and how to save money when purchasing food. All adult youth classes include a physical activity segment. In adult classes, we either do the cardio pyramid or a guided walking DVD. In youth classes, we have a variety of fun physical activities that youth could replicate outside of class, on their own, with their family, or with their friends. We offer adult participants educational enhancements to help them implement and practice the behaviors taught in the lessons. We offer participants items like meat thermometers, cookbooks, cutting boards, measuring cups and spoons, vegetable scrub brushes, beach balls, and grocery lists. Upon completion of the series, adult participants who attend at least 6 of the 9 lessons receive a graduation certificate to celebrate their accomplishments. Youth classes who complete EFNEP receive a certificate for the teacher to display in their classroom. We've heard countless stories over the years of participants using their certificates to obtain jobs or regain custody of their children. EFNEP is proud to have the longest, most well-evaluated nutrition education program in the U.S. We use nationally standardized evaluation tools to measure healthy behavior changes. Data goes into a secure database called WebNears, creating the ability to produce national, state, and county level reports. Additionally, having adult participants complete a 24-hour food recall and then entering that information into WebNears allows EFNEP staff to print out a report comparing participants' one-day dietary intake to the MyPlate recommendations. This sometimes helps inspire participants to make dietary changes throughout the series, including increasing fruit and vegetable consumption or reducing dietary intake of sodium or added sugars. In fiscal year 2018, Ohio EFNEP welcomed close to 2,800 adults to our classes, potentially impacting over 10,000 family members. We also worked with 377 youth groups across 11 Ohio counties, serving over 7,000 youth. In fiscal year 2018, Ohio EFNEP shaped remarkable behavior changes in the lives of our adult participants. An overwhelming majority of participants made measurable improvements to their diet quality, saved money on healthy food, and were more physically active. Youth participants showed substantial behavior changes as well, particularly in diet quality, which included drinking less sugar-sweetened beverages, eating more fruits and vegetables, and eating more whole-grain foods. In addition to quantitative data, we have hundreds of EFNEP success stories highlighting how participants have taken the knowledge and skills from EFNEP lessons to help their families live healthier lives. One of our favorite stories happened after lessons with a parent group at an elementary school. The EFNEP program assistant taught a lesson on whole grains and mentioned that children are more likely to try new foods when they help prepare the recipe. A couple days later, the program assistant received an email from a parent explaining how much she enjoyed that week's lesson. She included a photo of her little girl next to a whole grain pasta salad that she helped her mom prepare. It was a win-win for everyone. We are delighted to share that 2019 marks the 50th anniversary of EFNEP. This makes EFNEP the longest-standing nutrition education program in the U.S. Are you interested in having EFNEP lessons in your community? Learn more about EFNEP by going to go.osu.edu/EFNEP. Select any county in green to find out more about the work EFNEP is doing and to find contact information for that county. Additional county-specific contact information for our EFNEP units is also available on this slide. Thank you for your time, and I hope EFNEP will be able to serve your needs in the future.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for your attention today. My name is Elizabeth Husted, and I am a program coordinator for Ohio SNAP-Ed. Specifically, my project of interest is Celebrate Your Plate, which is the SNAP-Ed social marketing campaign. Today, I'd like to talk to you about what social marketing actually is. There's a lot of misconception that it refers to social media, and while social media is an important tool that we use in social marketing, Facebook is not necessarily social marketing. So we'll go over some of those details. I'd then like to talk through the SNAP-Ed social marketing campaign strategy with you, so you have a better understanding of what our goals and strategy are. And then I'd also like to share with you the Celebrate Your Plate social marketing campaign resources that we have available for not only the SNAP-Ed organization, but also for our partner organizations, as well as the general public. So to start, what is social marketing? Social marketing is defined as a process that uses marketing principles and techniques to influence a target audience to voluntarily accept, reject, modify, or abandon a behavior for not only their individual benefit, but also for the benefit of society as a whole. So one of the most popular examples of this is the seatbelt wearing campaign, Click It or Ticket. So at the time, Click It or Ticket was just a campaign, not a law or any kind of legislation. However, we encourage people to wear their seatbelts not only for their personal safety, but also for the betterment of society so that we have fewer crash-related fatalities, lower medical bills and costs, and things like that. So it's something that will get you a benefit personally, but also has major benefits for society. Some local social marketing campaigns that you might have seen or interacted with across the state are the Good Food Here campaign, which promotes healthy food consumption at convenience stores. The Celebrate One campaign in Franklin County, which is an infant mortality prevention campaign. And Water First for Thirst, which promotes the consumption of water over sugar-sweetened beverages. So all three of these campaigns started with local health departments and have spread to different counties across the state. So all of them, as you'll notice, not only have a personal goal that would benefit an individual, but also benefit society as a whole. So healthy eating habits, lowered obesity rates, and reduced infant mortality are, of course, important personal objectives, but are also beneficial to all of us. This brings me to the SNAP-Ed social marketing campaign, Celebrate Your Plate. Celebrate Your Plate is a campaign whose goal is to promote fruit and vegetable consumption, especially among our low-income audiences and families with children. So this refers to individuals and families who live at or below 185% of the federal poverty line. The campaign logo itself is not fruit and vegetable specific, because in the future we plan on expanding to other nutrition topics, things like whole grains and low-fat dairy. But it does have a lot of fun elements to it, and I think that my favorite is the little Easter egg of the leaf of the carrot, which is in the shape of Ohio. So this is an Ohio-specific campaign, and we've developed it here with extensive formative research to make sure that we are creating messages and tools that will resonate with our target audience. We don't do this in a vacuum. We are supported by the State Nutrition Action Committee, or SNAC, represented by these agencies here, and we work particularly closely with the Ohio Department of Health, specifically through their WIC and Creating Healthy Communities programs. So we share resources and different materials with these agencies so that we have the broadest reach for Celebrate Your Plate that is possible. Next, I'd like to speak with you about the campaign strategy of Celebrate Your Plate. So we want to position SNAP-Ed and Celebrate Your Plate as a trusted family friend. So this might seem overly idealistic, to say the least, but our formative research shows that people react most strongly and in a more positive way when they're speaking with their friends and family or people that they trust, like health professionals, about their health and diet. So we want to be not another agency setting down rules or expectations or doling out punishments, but we would rather be a collaborative partner. So talking with our target audience about things that they like or dislike, kind of sitting around a table and having a collaborative discussion. And so another thing we took away from our formative research was that folks really enjoyed the campaign images that we drew up that were friendly, that promoted collaboration, that were non-governmental, bright, colorful, and featured idealized images. So although sitting around a table with a mom, dad, and 2 kids is not necessarily the reality for all of our target audience, that was something, family mealtime was something that resonated with the folks that we spoke with. Similarly, they really enjoyed photos of completed dishes in a happy or interesting setting, rather than just pictures of the ingredients in those dishes or simply the dishes being made in a kitchen. They preferred images of the dishes to be plated and on a table, maybe with some flowers. So that was good insight for us as we continued to develop the materials for the campaign. Our campaign implementation was multi-staged. First, we started with our paid media advertising, and this consisted of things like cash jackets. This was one example. So that's the envelope that you receive your money in from a check cashing facility, and this one has our recipe on it. We also used things like convenience store posters, so these hung on the exterior face of convenience stores, as well as mobile ads, door hangers, and a Pandora radio commercial. So these paid media rolled out across the state of Ohio in quadrants for a few months at a time, and we have just completed our 4th quadrant this summer, the summer of 2019. So we have finished our first round of paid media advertising. So this appeared in different communities to help folks visit the Celebrate Your Plate website, as well as reach out to OSU Extension and SNAP-Ed and our partners to learn more about their health and about the different programs that we offer. The other piece of the campaign were materials that supported SNAP-Ed direct education. So we teach direct nutrition education in each of Ohio's 88 counties, and these are materials that would enhance that education. So things like measuring spoons, scrub brushes, and jar openers help folks be able to eat more fruits and vegetables in their home and prepare meals. We also had cutting boards, recipe cards, and then materials for our program assistants to increase their visibility in the counties. So we have a Celebrate Your Plate tablecloth, as well as an apron for our program assistants. So these are all things that help enhance our educational delivery, as well as increasing the likelihood that someone will go home and prepare some of the Celebrate Your Plate recipes. So those were our two main campaign strategies. And we also have a significant number of digital and online resources, and these are the things that are available not only to SNAP-Ed and our SNAC partners, but also to the general public. So first we have our website. This is really the centerpiece of the campaign, and we'll look at some of the individual components of it in just a second, but we wanted it to have a fun, non-governmental feel. All of our websites have been designed to be colorful and welcoming and really promote a fun atmosphere as we talk about fruits and vegetables. Specifically, we have our recipe section where you can sort and organize the recipes by category. Right now we have 66 recipes on the website. We'll be adding 20 more by the end of 2019, and we'll add an additional 20, bringing us to 106 by the summer of 2020. So we continue to build and expand on our recipe collection. Almost every recipe can be made for less than $1 per serving, and every recipe has at least one serving of fruits or vegetables per serving of the recipe, with the exception of our black bean brownies. You would have to eat a lot of the black bean brownies to get a serving of beans, but they are really fun and helps people think about incorporating fruits and vegetables into their diet in ways that they might not have thought about before. Another important piece of the website is our Around Town section. This is just a screenshot of the top of this page, but it has a number of really valuable resources, things like how to sign up for produce perks, where to find farmers markets or food pantries or banks in your community, as well as important information about how to find a WIC clinic or how to sign up for SNAP benefits. So to our knowledge, this is the only website in the state of Ohio that pulls all of these resources into one place. So we find that this makes it a lot easier and less overwhelming to access this information than if someone had to go and track this information down themselves on multiple different websites and platforms. Finally, we also have our Celebrate Your Plate youth resources. Right now we offer coloring pages and kid-friendly recipes, but we are looking forward to adding additional resources like additional coloring pages, as well as some activities like word searches and scrambles, crossword puzzles, and things like that. So look for more updates here. We also have a robust social media platform. We work off of Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube and have found that these are really, really optimal ways to reach our target audience. We know that not everyone will use social media or even have reliable access to internet, but those who do really spend a lot of time there, and this is a really convenient and low-cost way to reach them. If you have any questions about Celebrate Your Plate or would like additional information, you can reach me at husted.7@osu.edu. Thank you so much for your time.
We sincerely appreciate you spending your time with the Ohio AAP to learn more about these important topics impacting children's nutrition and play. You can access the Parenting at Mealtime and Playtime resources on our Ohio AAP website. Thank you to our presenters for all they do for the Parenting at Mealtime and Playtime program and for Ohio's children. If you have any questions for Ohio AAP, please don't hesitate to call us at 614-846-6258. A big thank you to you for your ongoing efforts to assist Ohio's families.